Hello, what up guys? How you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome to a new episode of the FIFA 22 Ultimate Team Road to Glory. I told you yesterday that this one was going to be a good one, and it is, so I hope you do enjoy. It's Wednesday, so hopefully this video gets you over that hump of the week, plain sailing towards the weekend, alright? Good luck in all of your qualifiers. If you are trying to get into the weekend league and stuff, I hope you do well and get in, unless you're playing me, of course, where I'll take a free win. I'm joking, do what you want. Anyway, getting into the episode, if you do me a favor and smash the thumbs up, that'd be awesome. As always, I'm looking for 6k likes. I know you can do it. I've seen you get over 30k likes before, so, you know, 6k likes is just a walk in the park. Keep smashing that support. Thank you in advance. And, of course, subscribe to the channel if you're new. We're going to make a big signing at the start of this episode, and obviously you've seen the thumbnail, you've seen the title and stuff. Heung-Min Son is the player that we are looking to bring into the RTG, and a lot of you knew that was sort of coming. I did mention that one of the players he does get a strong link to is in the starting 11 at the moment, and of course that was Tanguy and Ndombele. I picked up Sonny for 195k. He's held a price for a long old time, you know, whereas other players really dipped off. He's held that 200k plus, or, you know, just around the 200k mark for quite a while. So, I mean, now that I've got him, I'm expecting him to drop like a rock, of course. I'm sure I will lose 100k on him in absolutely no time. But do I really care? No, I'm just happy to bring him in because this guy destroys me whenever I play up against him. He is like the kryptonite to both me and a couple of my friends as well. We all hate it when we come up against Sonny because we know he's so good on both feet and he's just probably going to score multiple goals. So he's going to be a new striker for me alongside Benzema, and I think that is a lot more solid than having Ousmane Dembele up front. Like, it's another two-footed player. Son's both, you know, 5-star weak foot. He can shoot on both feet, but the increase in shooting ability is just like, it's a lot higher. It's like plus 10 or something. So I think it's going to be great. Genuinely looking forward to getting him into my starting 11 and into the squad. And we're also going to be thinking about what we can do to get a more solid CDM. I love Marcos Llorente, but I think he's more of a box-to-box. Knowing that I've got three in midfield now, and Pogba and Ndombele are two of them, they're not brilliant defensively. Like, they're okay, they'll hold their own, they're kind of box-to-boxes in my opinion. But then Llorente hasn't got over 80 defending. He's very quick and stuff, but I do feel like I need someone a little bit more solid and sturdy. So the Seco Fofana SBC, Fofana, I want to get him done. Also want to get this guy done, Politano. So two big player SBCs going to get completed today alongside buying Heung-Min Son. It's a big episode. So I put these guys into the squad the day before, and then I thought I'm going to sleep on it because I hadn't yet got the RTTK player that I needed to complete this guy. So I slept on it and got up the next day, played some squad battles to get Cruiser, and then like this SBC's genuinely cost me nothing. I had everything in my club, so it was a very good value SBC in my opinion for what looks to be a very good player. Like you've seen the thumbnail, with a Maestro Chem style, he can be an 89 rated cam with really good stats. I think a lot of people remember him being great last year as well, the milestone player I think it was. So yeah, I mean, I'm quite excited to get him at least on the bench. Won't be in the starting 11. It's difficult to take Messi's spot, of course, but for future objectives, this is a really usable item for quite a long time. Potential to get upgraded, and even now as a super sub, I think is going to cause some damage to my opponents, that's for sure. So I use one of my Lucas Hernandez's, meaning that the other one, the duplicate untradeable, is no longer untradeable. Well, he is untradeable. He's just not a duplicate. Damn it, Tom. You picked the wrong word. You had two words to choose from and you picked the wrong one. So I can now open a couple of extra packs, the reward packs from Politano, and I think I had one more two-player pack to do. But yeah, I mean, glad to bring him in, actually. Like, I saw that SBC the other day and I was like, this seems like a pretty good price. They could have given him a slightly higher rated card to begin with, but in all honesty, if he goes, and gets 2 upgrades, he'll go from 84 to 86 and then 86 to 87. So that could be a genuinely quite a nice card, even in a couple months' time or whatever. I don't know when the upgrades and stuff would happen. How long would we have to wait for that? Is it like getting towards Christmas, after Christmas? I don't know. Let me know if you have any idea. I just don't really know the schedule. I focus on Ipswich Town matches more than anything, in all honesty. So from these little packs, we don't really get much. I decided to send the rest of the rubbish that I had in my club into 2-player gold upgrade packs, just because I fancied them, and we just got 5 of them to do. Very first one, it's a momentous occasion. We pack our first promo player of FIFA 22. Well, I guess we did pack some ones to watches, but they never actually popped up on screen. They were always behind a player. But I packed myself El Shaarawy. I get my first RTTK from this promo that, that isn't Cruiser, that I unlocked from an objective or an SBC or something. And I actually packed one. So that was pretty cool. Didn't expect to get El Shaarawy in the first pack. I would love that card if they actually still gave him the 5-star skill moves that he used to have. I'm gutted to see that he's 4-star, 3-star nowadays. That kind of does suck. But then again, I have no idea how good he is in real life and how skillful he is in real life. And then the third one of these, I actually get a walkout. It's good times. It's Thomas Muller. It's 9,000 coins. But it's an 87 rated. And knowing that I want to get the Fofana SBC done today, he is probably going to save me that 9,000 coins, which is just superb. Him and Almiron in that pack. I believe the next pack is all right as well. I can't remember why though. Come on, what was it? Oh, well, we get an inform. It's not a great inform, and actually it is a duplicate untradeable, so I guess that's a terrible pack because I'm just going to end up discarding him. If I can find a use for the other one that I've got, then maybe I'll claim this one back if I can put the other one into an SBC. But in all honesty, I probably will just leave that in, and he'll just be gone forever. It's okay. We've got enough informs in our club. And then final pack, we end up getting ourselves Muriel. It's nothing great, but I think there was one of my squads that I was putting together for the Fofana SBC, which had some Serie A players in, so probably I'll end up just putting him into that. Marcos Llorente sold for 130k. He's obviously dropped quite a lot since we bought him a week ago. Obviously, they all do, which is why I'm trying to go a little bit heavier on the player SBCs right now. Yes, they're costing me some of my coins and some of my fodder, but at the end of the day, I think the player SBCs are genuinely a little bit better than what you can buy on the market right now for that price point. Everyone's saying that you could just buy the Tonali instead of doing the SBC for Fofana, but if you're not using that league, then it makes no sense really, that argument. But yeah, I get it. But then also you look at Fred, who looks worse than Fofana, and he's 300k because he's in the Prem or he's Brazilian or whatever. So yeah, the prices are all over the place depending on what league and what links and stuff you can get. And I've got an idea which puts my whole team on full cam apart from Fofana, who will be on 8. And I think he'll do just fine on that, absolutely just fine. So I bought some players for the first squad. I just needed to buy Harry Maguire for the second squad because we're using some of the Prem players that we had and also that Kramaric, which we got in our Team of the Week pack. So already getting a nice use for the 85 rated inform that we were able to pack from our weekend league rewards, which is quite cool. And then it was the final 2 squads. So you can see I'm on 118k here, but then that does quite drastically drop. I think I end up being on 35k or something. So I spent a fair bit of money to get this SBC done. I still spent under 100k, which is good, I think, for this player. But yeah, he's 150k from scratch. So I probably saved about 60k just from having some players in my club, and then I just bought the rest. So yeah, that's fine in my opinion. And I've wanted him for ever since I've seen that card come out. And I've played him against him a couple of times, and he does seem rock solid. And I think he's going to just do that job as the holding midfielder very, very well. I probably wouldn't have done this SBC if I didn't have Messi. But for those of you that don't know, I actually packed Messi. Yeah, I've been trying to keep that one quiet. But yeah, some of you might have just seen that we are able to get him. Other than that, I do keep it kind of under wraps, Don't mention it all the time that I packed Messi. Anyway, Welcome to the club. Big player SBC done. Player of the month. Seiko Fofana from, is it Lens? RC Lens? Lens? However you pronounce it. But an 86 rated player of the month. This guy already got an inform on the game. And then this is obviously a nice big boost off of that. Must be doing well so far in the French league this year. But a nice 86 rated item there. Soft link to Messi and Hakimi. And I think is just going to be... He'll be like the staple of my midfield in the French league objectives for the rest of the game, no doubt about it. Like, he'll just last for ages with that basically club 80 stats. He's nearly Hullet Gang, of course, just like without the shooting. But if you're going to play him at CDM, he doesn't really need it, does he? So we get Scott McSauce in the next pack right here. A lot of people are saying that, you know, him and who else do they play? Fred is just not the one for the 2 CDMs in Man United. And why isn't Pogba getting played and all of this sort of stuff? Yeah, I can understand it. There's a lot of frustration for Man United fans right now. Like, it's a strange old time, isn't it? Like, losing so heavily to Liverpool last weekend is it can't be good. But anyway, I actually packed the Man United home kit there, and it sold for like 3,400 coins. I was quite pleased with that. We get like 3,000 coins for the Man United kit. So I actually quite like that kit this year. I wouldn't have mind wearing it, but I'm gonna sell it if it's quite expensive. There's not many players you can get in a pack that you can actually sell for 3.5k. So I'll definitely sell that, and I pretty much always discard all of the Tifos and stuff that I get as well, because they're like a discard of 400 and something coins. It's a good way to make a few coins on your account. If you've got some tradable consumables, I recommend just going and checking like the Tifos and stuff, because they seem to discard for a lot higher value than like normal contracts and stuff do. So you might as well discard them and get the 500 coins per item, and before you know it, you got an extra 10k in your club or something. So worth checking out in the back end of your club if you're trying to make a few extra coins. One thing that we're a little bit short of this year is chemistry styles. I've ended up going with a Guardian on Fofana. I think I'll eventually replace that with a Shadow, but I just don't have one in the club right now. Not really willing to spend the 5k at the moment on one of them. I'm sure we'll pack one eventually. We packed one the other day, but I stuck it on to Amavi because I think he needs a Shadow on him. But yeah, like... Catalyst on and Ndombele, move him up to a centre forward, and this squad is on full chemistry apart from Fofana being on 8. So the way it's going to line up is pretty much just like Fofana's going to be where Llorente was. He's going to just be that proper holding midfielder who can hopefully do a good job for us. I can imagine that I will end up building further into Ligue 1 eventually. Like if I can afford Neymar and Mbappe or something like that at some stage, like, yeah, I can see myself getting them, obviously to link to Leo Messi, and to have a good CDM like that. Probably, I'm sure he'll be usable for quite a long time. It's just a good idea in my opinion. So, I had enough time to just play one Rivals game. I've not played since the Weekend League, but I thought, hey, I'm just going to play one Rivals game. It could have been a playoffs game, but I thought, you know what? This is a brand new team with a brand new formation. I don't know how good I'm going to be with it. I'm not going to waste one of my playoff games and take an easy loss. Because I don't know what I'm doing with my squad. So at least let me play a Rivals game to kind of get used to it. And I went 1-0 up, but I got equalised on by a beautiful volley at the back post from Fekir. But then Benzema knocks it into Messi, Messi into Son. It feels very, very odd not having like a wide outlet, because normally I've obviously been playing 4-2-2. My wide cam's actually like someone that I can rely on a pass out wide to. But yeah, it wasn't the case here. Everything's very narrow, which is all right if you're doing some direct passing, which I need to aim to make sure I do those RB passes, you know, the nice, strong, driven ones. So doing that. I'm 2-1 up at the moment. We go into the second half. Son manages to get a debut hat-trick of beautiful goals, you know, no big deal. And at that point, I'm like, yep, this is going to be the one for me. Look at him just doing work, knocking it into Messi. It's such a fluid formation and an attack that we've got going on here. I've actually brought on Politano for Benzema. I thought, hey, I'll give it a go. I stuck Messi up front for the second half. Politano at cam, and the amount of agility and movement and stuff that I had between Son, Messi and Politano is it was something to behold. It was really good fun. So I'm still leaky at the back, letting a couple of goals, which made me think this game was going to get a bit closer than I liked it to. But then I ran straight down the other end, scored a nice goal with some good dribbling with Messi. Politano dribbling like Messi as well, gets it through to Son, and I chipped the goalkeeper there. So we restore the 3-goal lead, and then actually before the end of the game is over and done with, as you can see, some proper direct passing there, and then Politano does great. The Italian just sort of chips it over the defender and then bangs it into the back of the net with a nice green timed. So, yeah, I mean, great start. That was a game in Division 2, like the high end of Division 2 as well. We're nearly at rank 1, and I got a 7-3 victory. So I might still be leaky at the back and conceding goals left, right and centre, but hopefully I can outscore my opponents and the games are a little bit more exciting, because I was feeling that with that 4-2-2, things were just a little bit stagnant. And I'm definitely willing to play more aggressive and take it to my opponent a bit more. So that's what we're aiming to do with this 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. For those of you wondering a lot more about it, it's in yesterday's episode. If you want to learn more, it's towards the end of the video. If you want to learn about the tactics that I use, and there's also a link in the description of that video to the guy who I stole those tactics off of, Runners. So, yeah, anyway, good start for Fofana. You know, he didn't get an assist or anything. He just rock solid. I genuinely thought he was great. He stood out to me. Son with 4 goals, 1 assist on his debut. Not bad. And then also, Politano got 1 goal, 3 assists, and he played half a game of football. So yeah, kind of pleased would be an understatement from that game right there. But I won't let that one completely cloud my judgment. I won't get too overconfident. Tomorrow I'll go into my playoff games and hopefully get off to a good start or something so that we can aim to be in the next weekend league, of course. But other than that, ladies and gentlemen, do me a favour. Smash the thumbs up on today's episode. I'd greatly appreciate your support. 6,000 likes is what I'm going for, and I know you can do it. So smash the like button. Thanks for all of your awesome support. Subscribe to the channel as well if you're new. Cheers for that. And then you can also find me on Twitter and on Instagram. The links are down below. Ooh, my voice is going a little bit. I'm going to go and drink a little honey and lemon, I think. And I will be back once again tomorrow for another episode of the RTG. Peace.